Is that a small one? Oh, you like? Yeah, good man. He's in the wrong place. Hold on my time with you. Alright. Shut me up there, you. Boys.
Don't say it's on camera, don't say I'm coming
I expect you to come out on time. Well, we'll make some time up out there, Tony, if you want. Make time up out there. We can go a bit early if you can help me, let us know. Make time up out there. Oh, no, man. Oh, come on then. Come on, man.
Come on, Izzy.
Everton's season is up and running following last week's win over Chelsea, and after the opening 3 drawn games of the season, the blue half of Merseyside is smiling again. And why wouldn't they be? Martinez's men come into this game at Upton Park as one of only 2 unbeaten teams in the Premier League after 4 matches, the other of course being Liverpool. It's a team that Everton like to play to, unbeaten in their last 11 against the Hammers, with only 1 point from the last 5 meetings between these sides to show for Sam Allardyce's efforts. A win could potentially see Everton take a top 4 spot by the end of the afternoon. It's an Everton team that is unchanged from the side that beat Chelsea last week. Stephen Naismith retains his place after his headed winner against the Londoners. Nikita Jelavic has only 1 goal in his last 26 matches, but has been spared the drop by his manager, which means that Romelu Lukaku may make his Blues debut off the bench. Darren Gibson and Stephen Pienaar are still absent through injury. The word injury sums up West Ham at the moment. No fewer than 5 first-teamers out, with Molden Petric taking a place on the bench despite not being 100% fit. Joe Cole, Andy Carroll and Stuart Downing are amongst the injuries, with the main threat likely to come from Kevin Nolan. 10 goals from midfield last season from the man from Merseyside. They'll need a similar return from him this season for West Ham not to struggle. Van Rat will play in defence for West Ham today. Probably one of the more peculiar names that you will see in the Premier League. Ravel Morrison, the former Manchester United player as a junior. Romelu Lukaku will have to warm the bench for the time being. I'm sure he will be called upon at some point to make his Blues debut. The referee, Lee Mason, was taken a little bit by surprise by both of these sides being ready, bang on the watch third Premier League game of the season, Lee Mason, the man from Lancashire. He's also refereed in the Championship this season, a Yorkshire derby between Barnsley and Huddersfield. 10 yellow cards he's distributed in those 3 games. Big Sam comes to take his place on the bench, shaking hands, of course, with his counterpart Roberto Martinez. It's all smiles in the middle. Will it be all smiles for Everton come the end of this 90 minutes? Kevin Nolan in surprisingly good mood, it seems. Showing a real laugh with the referee and Phil Jagielka. One of the lighter-hearted characters of the Premier League, Kevin Nolan. It's amazing to think he's dropped down to the Championship on a couple of occasions. Very loyal to his clubs that he's played for. We're ready to go. It's going to be Everton to get us underway. Nikita Jelavic. And Kevin Morales will get us underway. And let's see if Everton can build on that terrific win last time out against Chelsea. It's a win they thoroughly deserved as well. It's been a while since Everton defeated Chelsea. Best part of 2 years since that last happened, and they were well worthy of that victory. And it is a side in West Ham that they do like to play. One of Everton's biggest Premier League wins came at this ground. By 4 goals to 0 in 1998, I think it was. Long from Sylvain Distin. Sparkling form so far from Sylvain Distin this season. Diame, lovely footwork. Baines just mistiming his challenge. Certainly judging by the smiles by a lot of the players on show, you wouldn't have thought this is going to be a dirty game. Doesn't seem to be an awful lot of tension between the 2 sides, certainly prior to kick-off. Very happy. A couple of groups of players on show here today. It's going to be James Collins to take the West Ham free kick. And it's going to go right the way through to Tim Howard, the forward Maiga, looking for the free kick, or the penalty even. Collins his header away. Nolan with back to goal. Very nicely done to Mark Noble. Escalina with a neat little pass to Rat. On the chest from Sylvain Distin. Barry. Almost slotted in like he'd been there for years, Gareth Barry, last week. It's a shame that a player like Marouane Fellaini had to leave the club, but having said that, you know more what you're getting with Gareth Barry than perhaps what you did with Marouane Fellaini. He was a player that could play pretty much anywhere down the middle of the park, but that wasn't always the best of options. I think Roberto Martinez was desperate for an anchorman in that midfield that would give a pass away, whereas you always thought that Fellaini was better employed up front than in that deep midfield role. Ball across from Jagielka to Distin. Bullet pass. Barkley does well to get it to Baines. Distin looking further forward. Diame out for the throw. a chance for West Ham to break here. Nolan gets in there before Leon Osman. Maiga. And now Barkley may break for Everton. In the 8 matches that these two have contested at the start of the season, they've only conceded 3 goals between them. There has been 4 goalless draws between these two sides in the last 8 meetings. So it doesn't necessarily bode well for goals this afternoon. Both sides defensively in excellent form. Jalovic gives it to Morales. He was excellent against Chelsea, Kevin Morales, as most of the Everton players were. Gareth Barry. Looks for the ball to Naismith. It's over the head of Reed. We'll try and let that ball roll out, which it does. And Jussi Jääskeläinen will take the goal kick. And there is Ras van Rat. Sure, he was rather amused at the name when he heard of it. So much so that he signed him for West Ham. It's Maiga with the flick. Diame panicked, to say the very least. A real swipe, a wild swipe by Mohamed Diame. Never needed to be done. It's a great header won by Maiga. Coleman, not the greatest of defending, and I think when Diame sees that again, and they just look away and cringe. Here is Diame again. Good challenge by Coleman. Osman and Naismith combining, and now Barkley may stretch the legs here. Morales might come inside and shoot here. Kevin Morales, great save, and it nearly came for Stephen Naismith. Had it been a little bit lower, I dare say Naismith would have tapped the ball home. Terrific move by Everton on the counter-attack. Terrific save by Jääskeläinen to keep out Morales. And Naismith very unlucky not to add to his strike against Chelsea last week. Jalovic taken down from behind. Lee Mason says no. As Mark Noble looks to bring the ball away for West Ham. Jalovic back on his feet. And very well done there by Noble to win the ball away from Leon Osman. Joey O'Brien for West Ham. Diame having drifted to the other side, looks for the cross to Jarvis, but it's too deep. Jarvis, who, when at Wolves, was an England squad member. Mohamed Diame involved an awful lot early on. He's been around the block, Jussi Jääskeläinen, and he really needed to have been here. Morales coming back on that right foot, and it's a really good save. I just wonder how close Stephen Naismith actually came to tapping that in. He was not far away at all. And now Jarvis might be away. He's behind Jagielka. Matt Jarvis for West Ham. Brilliant defending by Sylvain Distin. Well, he wants a free kick for the Jarvis challenge. But Jarvis showing real pace up against Jagielka here. Does brilliantly to work the ball across Phil Jagielka, but just when he thinks he's going to get a shot on goal, along comes Sylvain Distin to deny him that chance. It's Jarvis to take the corner. It's whipped in. Plenty of heads up there for West Ham. Nolan back in. Headed away by Distin as far as Reed. Reed lobs it back in. As can Everton clear this? Noble's shot. And Howard will pick the ball up. There was appeals for handball. by Ross Barkley in the process, but none forthcoming. And Everton getting on with the game. It's been a decent start. West Ham win the ball yet again. It's Nolan bringing in Diame once more. Good ball through, looking for the run of Ravel Morrison. Well, West Ham are asking most of the questions in the opening 10 minutes. And as of yet, no test on that Everton goal, as it'll be Joey O'Brien to take the throw for West Ham eventually. Poor one, straight into the feet of Osman. Maiga looking to put him under pressure. O'Brien coming back to dispossess Jelovic. There's Van Rat. Finding Nolan, looking to release Jarvis, but Jarvis had checked his run. And apologises to Kevin Nolan, his captain, for doing just that. Gareth Barry with an ambitious pass, shall we say, looking for Leighton Baines. Everton slightly disjointed in the early going here. Diame's turn. Noble back to O'Brien. Diame looking to get round Baines. That was easier said than done. And Everton have got the goal kick. Sure, he was relieved at his first win last week. Let me just take the pressure off a little bit. It's amazing what a win can do as Howard is put under pressure. If you look at the opening 3 games and say you've drawn them all, I guess the media spin will say that you're getting put slightly under pressure, but you add a win to that and launched the club halfway up the table. All of a sudden it's no win in 3, goes to unbeaten in 4. As Diame looks to stretch those long legs down the right. Baines again with terrific defending. Barry taking his time. Jelovic brings it down well. Linking up nicely with Morales. Leon Osman. Coleman. Barkley into Naismith. Naismith looking forward for Jelovic, but Everton not quite got going yet. Mark Noble is sandwiched in between 2 Everton players. Naismith and Coleman, I think it was, taking responsibility. It's actually Leon Osman who he clattered into. Free kick taken by Noble, but it's a really poor effort. Straight into the waiting grasp of Tim Howard. I mentioned before how it was all smiles between the players on their way out. In the last 3 matches in the Premier League, there's been 3 red cards. Not always been the light-hearted manner that this game finds itself in. Nice ball by Van Rat, which found Nolan. Jarvis. Rat again. Mark Noble desperately looking for some backup. Barkley putting him under pressure. Winston Reid long. Barry with the header. Naismith. Jagielka. It's a horrible pass from Distan. Another indication that Everton haven't quite arrived here at Upton Park just yet. Ravel Morrison. Gareth Barry with a nice touch. Barkley is possessed by Noble. West Ham doing an awful lot of that at the moment. Rat to Jarvis. Rat in support, a flick looking for Jarvis on the return. Osman though just taking control of things. Howard away. Osman to Coleman. Now this might be a chance for Seamus Coleman to come forward for the first time in the match. Everton really just need to string some passes together just to get themselves into the game here. Chance for Jelovic to turn. Barkley might hit one here. Thinks better of it. It's Barry. Morales, can he get the cross in here, Morales? He's going to get the second chance. He drills it in to that near post. And probably he maybe should have looked for a support player on the edge of the penalty area. Well, Everton haven't created an awful lot early on. Played 15 minutes and they have had the best chance through the Morales shot that very nearly got turned in by Stephen Naismith. But West Ham possession-wise and probably in the general play and build-up, the better side here. Maiga goes for the hit, but they're certainly not on top in that department. Two very wayward shots. The first from Diame and this one from Maiga. He found himself in a nice position, did Maiga. I'm afraid shots of the quality of which we've just seen from him aren't going to cut it in this league. By Jarvis, Barkley retains the ball. He gives it to Leighton Baines. Now he can come forward for the first time in the match. Looking for support, feigns to cross. He's got Morales short. Dispossessed is Morales, which is a shame because you could almost see he knew where it was going to go. Maiga challenged, but no free kick, says the referee. He's down in a heap, is Maiga, and the last thing that Sam Allardyce will want is an injury to another forward. And Kevin Nolan isn't impressed that the free kick wasn't given. Certainly clipped there was Maiga, but it was accidental by Gareth Barry. Leon Osman for Everton. Still no goals after the opening 18 minutes. Joey O'Brien taking control of things after an initial miscontrol. Nicely done. Morrison down the line looking for the run of Maiger. Once again, West Ham's build-up is decent. They're not creating anything in the way of scoring chances. Jelovic now on the chase. O'Brien won the free kick rather than was actually clipped by Jelovic, I feel. It doesn't look like he's making any apologies to Nikita Jelovic either. You can see O'Brien first thought. Is Jelovic close to him? And has won the free kick for his team. Header goes into the area again by Diame, but once again West Ham not offering anything really going forward. They've been very good in the midfield area, but I'm afraid the final product has left an awful lot to be desired. Sylvain Distin for Everton. Naismith. Good challenge by Mark Noble. I'll give credit to Noble and Kevin Nolan for breaking up the play for West Ham. Pretty sure Sam Allardyce realises that they are struggling up front somewhat. Coleman away for Everton. And Osman may look to set sail here. Looking to release Naismith down the right, but that was ambitious. Rat chased him all the way. Halfway through the first half. And again, it's fair to say that Everton not really in the game in terms of possession. But in terms of creating chances, they've had the best one so far in the shape of Kevin Morales, but West Ham in midfield, their build-up has been very, very good. If they are to find a forward, then there's every chance that they will trouble Everton here. Collins with the free kick. Jagielka will concede the corner. Well, the way the first half has gone so far, this is probably West Ham's best chance of scoring a goal. They've created minimal in open play. Let's see what they can do from a set piece. Jarvis with the corner. Plenty of big fellas in the box for West Ham, heading away for another corner. Barry and Osman together making sure that Everton's goal isn't troubled. Again, it will be Jarvis to deliver. Howard doesn't come. Collins with the header. But once again, West Ham not making any sort of scoring chance, and Tim Howard will take his time to play Everton out of danger. England manager in the company of the West Ham chairman. Sure, he will have completely enjoyed what he's seen so far. Sure, he will be one of the players that he will have his eye on now that he's a member of the England squad. From what Sir Alex Ferguson was saying, Ravel Morrison may not be long away from making a representative claim. Header downwards. Very nearly ended up in the penalty area for West Ham. And now Barkley might set sail. Got the England manager watching him. Can he impress here? Not with play like that. He's looking to come back on the inside, and West Ham snuffed him out. Distance towering header. And has another chance to impress here, Barkley, and again can't complete the pass. Morales heading towards the penalty area, looking to go around the outside, retains the ball. Barkley, can he get the shot away here? Looks to flick it into Jelavic in the area. But West Ham in the shape of Maiga retain the ball. Razvan Rat. Poor ball, really. Very ambitious, looking for Maiga. Especially when he had Matt Jarvis galloping on the outside as well. Osman to Coleman. Back to Leon Osman. Morales into Barry. It's in the way, Kevin Morales, of Barry's pass. A lucky clearance that ended up at the feet of Mark Noble. Morrison. Razvan Rat. Mark Noble off on a gallop. Morrison long, Coleman's header. And Naismith taking control very nicely with Howard. Winston Reid winning the header against Nikita Jelavic. Noble for West Ham. Barry in the way. Header by O'Brien. And a free kick going the way of Everton here. It was just a bit of a trailing arm there by Kevin Morales, which may have gotten in the ribs of Joey O'Brien. Hence why Joey is still down. Well, Everton's passing game hasn't been particularly that good in the opening half an hour. I'm sure he will be concerned, as will his captain. I think it's in need of a half-time team talk from Roberto Martinez, who, after the way the first half has gone, I'm sure will be quite pleased that the score is 0-0 so far, despite West Ham's lack of chances. Game needs somebody to light it up somewhat. Jarvis and Rat trying to do that, but to no avail. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's an ugly game of football, but it's not the prettiest that a lot of people will have witnessed. West Ham doing excellently to break Everton up on the edge of the area and deeper into midfield. Situations like that where Coleman has no time to think. Certainly easy to see how both of these sides have conceded very few goals this season. Again, only 3 goals conceded in their 8 games prior to today for these two clubs. Kevin Morales with the free kick here for Everton. He's got Leighton Baines around him as well. Morales who whips it in, but Jääskeläinen off his line very quickly. Been one of the Premier League's outstanding goalkeepers over his years as Jussi Jääskeläinen. Predominantly spent the vast majority of his time with Bolton Wanderers when they were a Premier League club. Long ball from Rat, looking for Nolan. It may fall for Barry. Diame beating him to the ball. Jarvis coming inside. Matt Jarvis may look to release a shot. He's got Morrison here, deflected and in! Well, it's West Ham's first real chance of the match. Ravel Morrison, with the aid of a massive deflection, gives West Ham United the lead. I don't think anybody has been able to see it coming at all, but Jarvis coming in off the wing for the first time in the match, and the deflection off Jagielka has taken Ravel Morrison's shot into the back of the net. Howard left with absolutely no chance. Ravel Morrison will claim it. West Ham lead at Upton Park after half an hour. Well, the bubbles are blowing at Upton Park. It's their real first type of chance on goal of any particular note. As Barkley is dispossessed by Noble, Everton's midfield, every time they've been put under pressure, they've pretty much lost the ball on every occasion. Can Morales break here? Collins away. Well, what is Everton's response to that? It would be easy to say take a striker off and forward on. Romelu Lukaku, I'm sure, will play some points in this match, but I think the problems are a little deeper rooted than that for Roberto Martinez. He needs his side to arrive here. There's the foul on Naismith by Razvan Rat. Gareth Barry on to Leon Osman. Can Everton respond? And respond quickly here. Barry into Barkley. Morales who's come deep. Baines. Morales back to Baines. Again put under pressure quickly by Diame. He's won the ball back. Diame wanted a free kick. Morales. Can he provide a cross here, Morales? He does with the left foot, but Collins well away. Liger can't hold the ball up. Again, every opportunity West Ham get, they're putting Everton under pressure. I can't say that Everton have responded particularly well so far. Offside against Stephen Naismith. Only just. Looked for a moment as though he'd got in behind Winston Reid. Well, here's one of the only unbeaten records in the Premier League this season about to come to an end. Will West Ham, through that opening goal? I'm sure we'll think so. Ball falls here for Matt Jarvis, the creator of the first, looking to create the second. Maiga. He'll come back on the inside, Maiga. He'll use Noble. Good tracking back from Morales to halt the West Ham attack. Jelovic looking to link up with Barkley. Diame with a nice touch. O'Brien. Noble again. It was Gareth Barry's challenge. And it gives West Ham a free kick here. Free kick is going to be taken by Mark Noble. Nice height on it, Distan away, likewise Naismith, and Barkley wins the header and might be away here. He's taken a bit of a heavy touch, and Joey O'Brien gets back brilliantly to deny Barkley the break. Well, it's not been his afternoon so far, Ross Barkley. Free kick Everton. Just wondering whether Morrison may go in the book here. It was a late challenge. Slightly reckless as well by Morrison. And indeed he is the first player in the referee's notebook this afternoon. First on the score sheet. First in the referee's notebook with a yellow card. It's his first Premier League goal. That's given West Ham the lead. He scored in the League Cup win against Cheltenham in the second round. As Baines delivers, the header is away, only as far as Kevin Morales, who will let the ball go for a corner. Can Everton get back into this match from the set piece? Short corner, not the best option. Morales will have to settle for a retake. Not too many Everton bodies in that box so far. They might need to throw a few more forward if they're going to chance their arm and try and win this match. Morales corner, went right the way through the penalty area, and barely a body touched it. It's Barkley back in the box. Collins will head away, only as far as Naismith. Back from Morales. Coleman across to Baines and on to Sylvain Distan. Barkley into Jelovic. Not the worst pass in the world, looking for some support. Barkley might hit one here on his left foot. Barkley. Jagielka with some nice footwork. Barkley to deliver. It's high and lofted. Not much chance for Jelavic to get on the end of that. He was bundled over in the penalty area by some very aggressive defending by Winston Reid. But Jelavic up and not complaining. Razvan Rat for West Ham. Looking for the run of Maiger in the channel. Brilliant defending by Jagielka. Howard upfield. Looking for Naismith. Winston Reid back to his goalkeeper. Distance header. Noble to Nolan. Worst of balls in the world, looking for Diame. He's been all over that midfield today, and he's won a corner for his club. Just wondering how it might be possible to maybe change things as far as Roberto Martinez is concerned. He does have James McCarthy and Gerard Deulofeu on the bench. Both of those midfield forward players who could come on and influence things. The corner by Noble, the header by Collins. On the turn is Nolan. Never any danger of getting past the Everton defence though. Razvan Rat to take the throw for West Ham. Maiger came short. Rat with a header back in the middle of the goal, but only ever Kevin Nolan to aim at. And Howard will give it to Baines. Diame using those long legs to race back and make sure Baines can't get any further forward. Leon Osman. Stephen Naismith. Coleman into Osman. Ross Barkley. Crossing the box looking for Jelavic, but it's headed away. Osman breaks up the play. This down into Jagielka. Is there any type of response from Everton before half-time comes? Only a few minutes away. Coleman looking for Naismith, but again West Ham close-knit and have been able to break up the play very, very well every time that Everton have got in and around that penalty area. There's always one and two West Ham players to shut the play down. Made it very difficult for Everton to create anything, especially in that midfield area. Morales to Baines, nice footwork. Now, is that a corner or is it a goal? Well, I think the thesis is that it's going to be a corner. Well, it was either going to be a corner or a free kick, one of the two. And the referee with not much option but to give the corner. It'll be Baines to whip it in. Not a bad delivery. Barry was in there. Collins was fouled in the process by Barry. And once again, West Ham's resolute and tough defence means Everton can't create a chance from the corner. Jääskeläinen away for West Ham. Quick header by Maiger, who's won an awful lot in the air for West Ham today. Osman with acrobatics. Barkley's header. Once again, Everton can't take control. Barkley catches Morrison late, and that may be a booking for Ross Barkley. It's a high challenge that. He will be lucky to escape a booking, and I'm not sure he will. Well, he's not frightened of dishing the yellow cards out, is Lee Mason, but to be fair, there's two decisions there that you would definitely say were bookable offences. And Ross Barkley is the first Everton player into the notebook, and you've got to say really that when you look at it in slow motion, he's almost lucky not to have been given a red card on that occasion. Ball in the boxes, won by Reed, and it was a good job that Howard was quick off his line. He's been fouled in the process. 1 minute of added time at the end of this first half. And it's a half I'm sure that Everton will be very glad is about to come to a close. We need a bit of a rethink from Roberto Martinez as to just how he breaks this West Ham side down. Van Raat with the pass to Collins. Certain Sam Allardyce would be quite happy just to see his team play out the rest of this half. Coleman and Jarvis coming together. So he's the creator of the first goal, Matt Jarvis. Goal that was deflected in of Phil Jagielka is the difference between the two sides at the break. If it's accredited to that man, it's his first Premier League goal for Ravel Morrison. The former Manchester United youth team player has come to West Ham for first team opportunities and has made an impression on Roberto Martinez's side in the first half. It's his deflected shot that has given West Ham the lead at the break here at Upton Park. Plenty of food for thought for Martinez at half-time. At the break, it's West Ham 1, Everton 0.
please all have a look at the big screen if you would now, please. This is a family, a West Ham supporting family, looking for some help from people. You have a look there, show your support, please, and visit this website, helpinme.co.uk, helpinme.co.uk. Thank you.
Well, away we go with the second half as Everton make two changes to their lineup. McCarthy coming on, and we now witness the debut of Romelu Lukaku in a blue shirt as the Everton team look to reshape themselves in the second half. Stephen Naismith, the player that's departed for Everton, as has Nikita Jelavic for that man. Romelu Lukaku, 17 goals last season, including a last day hat-trick for West Brom in a 5-5 draw with Manchester United. Well, he certainly is a man that comes to Everton with a sizable reputation. He didn't score for West Brom against West Ham last season. This is Leighton Baines for Everton. As Lukaku comes deep and turns well. It's a lovely ball. Morales round the goalkeeper. Can he score? Morales gets it in. Barkley can't turn it home. It was actually McCarthy who got himself into the area for a chance. Here's Baines again, much better from Everton. Collins away. And already with Lukaku and McCarthy on the field, Everton looking so much more lively. The Belgian almost having an immediate impact with his fellow international colleague. Leon Osman looking to turn. Diame with those long legs easily dispossessing him. Well, this turn by Lukaku is superb for a big fellow. The pass is sensational to Morales, who gets it around the goalkeeper. Couldn't be turned in. McCarthy, the man arriving. And here is Lukaku again. McCarthy and Barry combining. Here's Lukaku again. Lovely footwork from Lukaku, keeping possession. Osman once again dispossessed by Winston Reid, who looked to win the free kick. Barry to Lukaku, Barkley into Lukaku. Who's it going to fall to this? West Ham just about managed to clear it, but Everton showing an awful lot more pace and purpose to this second half. Osman once again dispossessed, and I think he's just signalled to the bench that he's done. I think that's a signal that's just gone out that Leon Osman is now going to have to be replaced. He signalled to the bench with his hands. Sorry guys, I'm finished. And I'm not quite sure what Leon Osman has done here. Looks as though the physio is treating the knee. And you can see right there that something very badly wrong with Leon Osman. It may very well be a groin injury as well. But either way, having made a double change at half-time, Roberto Martinez will have to use the last of his substitutes here if Osman has to depart the scene. And he's signalling somebody over. Be interesting to see who he does bring on. The likelihood is it will be either Johnny Heitinger or he may even try Brian Oviedo, potentially. Looks as though Oviedo could be stripped and ready to go. He's predominantly played left back for most of his Everton career, Brian Oviedo. He's the one that's stripped and ready to go. But he may just add a little bit of zest into that midfield area now that Osman has to depart. It's been a bright start for Everton in this second half. Lukaku had come short. Noble to O'Brien. Everton down to 10 men momentarily. James Collins for West Ham. Again, Distam doing some excellent defending against Maiga. He's had such a wonderful opening to this season, Sylvain Distam. He had a great season last time out. As Oviedo comes on to replace Leon Osman, who departs looking fairly badly injured. It'll be of some concern that to Roberto Martinez, as Leon Osborne is one of the linchpins of this Everton side. Barkley to Oviedo, here's Lukaku.
Behind Ross! Behind Ross!
Ball into Lukaku, who will give Everton a lot of strength and pace up front. He also brings with him a goal-scoring record as Barkley might hit one from here. Barkley way over. Always fancies a chance from distance, Ross Barkley. Just as against Norwich, he saw his name in lights here. That's a real snatch of a shot. High, wide and handsome. Again by Maiga, taken out of the air by Barry, slashed away by Baines. Now Morrison winning the header. Baines fouled by Diame, referee says play on. McCarthy looking over the top for the run of Oviedo. O'Brien under pressure, again buys the foul. But Brian Oviedo, why he even attempted to challenge Joey O'Brien in that position, I've no idea. Always going to go down and win the foul, O'Brien, just like he did in the first half against Nikita Jelavic. Nice header by McCarthy, and he's on his way again. Can he get the pass away? Great defending by Collins. Morrison again, heading out to the left, looking for backup. And Jarvis get the cross in here. James Coleman defending very well as well. That's great play by Coleman. Jarvis seeing the ball go out of play before he barely knew what was happening. Noble in the back of Barkley, but Noble still wins it. Diame with a nice touch and great footwork. Diame looks for the big hit, and now Everton might break here. Morales frustrated he didn't win the free kick against Winston Reid. They don't have the greatest of records against Everton to West Ham. But at the moment, they're looking at a positive result here, unless West Ham can change this. It's currently West Ham that are keeping their 4th clean sheet out of 5 so far this season. As Nolan looks to set sail on the counter-attack here. Looks for the early ball, Barry back to prevent Maiga from getting a shot on goal. Baines forward, Lukaku onto this, has Oviedo in the middle. Lukaku looking to go round Winston Reid, who's been terrific today for West Ham. Always in the right place at the right time. It's McCarthy to Barry, Seamus Coleman. Well, the next chance that Everton get, you probably need to make sure that they bury it. They're not going to get too many more up against what is a real resolute West Ham defence. Lukaku, again dispossessed by Reid. Baines in with a challenge. Oviedo takes control. Great football all round. The touch from Barkley is at the best, who's not had a very good outing today, Ross Barkley. Tried to make things happen, but it simply hasn't happened for him. Noble concedes the free kick for handball. Allardyce furious on the touchline. Got to give Sam Allardyce credit for his tactics here today. Everton have attempted 681 passes, completed 517 of them. It's more than any other side in the Premier League this season, but Everton quite simply have not been able to get into the final third of the pitch today. And that's evidence that Sam Allardyce has done his homework. He's made sure that Everton don't get anywhere near the penalty area. And so far today, there's only really that Kevin Morales effort early on in the first half that Everton can look to as being a genuine chance. Can they fashion anything in the second half? Morales back to Barkley. Oviedo. He's looking for somebody to make a run. Got Baines in support. This is Morales. Baines looking in the penalty area. Again, West Ham defend it. A foul by Oviedo on Diame. Played well, the big Frenchman Diame today. He's a real big, tall, lanky figure, but he's anything but a Bambi on ice out on that football pitch. Lovely footwork. Great power. Very much reminiscent of young Patrick Vieira when he came to play for Arsenal in this country. Everton clear their lines here. Can Lukaku take control? He can. Looking for somebody to make a run off him. What a great ball that is. Barkley now with a chance maybe to get into the penalty area. Absolutely begging for support. It's Barkley still running around in circles, looking for some backup. Cross here from Coleman. Oviedo can't win the header. Baines in the penalty area. He's still going. He's Leighton Baines goes down. Oviedo maybe blocked by Collins. Put his body on the line as if his life depended on it. Lukaku. Collins away again. Everton still pressing here. Lukaku. Baines, can he produce the cross? Can't head it in, Morales. To be fair, the cross was very, very high. He couldn't jump high enough to get the header in on goal. But finally, Everton really putting West Ham under pressure here. Whipped in cross, just too high for Morales. Had it been the perfect height, Everton would have been level there for sure. McCarthy keeps the ball in, headed away by Noble, only as far as Barry. Seamus Coleman intervening. Jarvis now with the ball. And once again, West Ham doing enough to break it up as Maiga breaks Howard off his line quickly. Well, all of a sudden, this game has picked up a bit of pace. It's incredible to think that Everton haven't won a Premier League game away from home since beating Newcastle at the beginning of January. Barkley there winning a free kick against Collins. And after a fairly lacklustre opening part of the hour, Ross Barkley is now starting to come alive a little bit here. It's only a slight nip from Collins, but it's enough for Barkley to win the free kick. And now Morales will get himself over the ball. I'm sure Leighton Baines will also be in attendance. Can one of them produce a moment of magic to get Everton back into this match? Superb position, 25 yards from goal. With the Everton travelling faithful right behind this. Morales currently looks favourite. Does Baines have anything to say about that? Referee making sure the wall is back 10. going to be Leighton Baines. Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant! Sensational free kick from the England left-back. There were fears he may switch to Manchester United in the transfer window, but thank goodness Everton have kept hold of Leighton Baines. It's a stunning free kick. Question marks maybe as to whether the goalkeeper should have had it better covered, but the strike is absolutely sensational. On second look, there's no saving that. Top left-hand corner for Leighton Baines, his first goal of the season. Well, for the start to the second half that they've made, it's no more than Everton deserve. And how much confidence will that give them? They've looked a totally different team since the departure of Naismith and Osman. Lukaku up front has given them another dimension altogether. Here he is again, can't quite take control of that situation as Nolan for West Ham looks to link up with play. Barry just about keeps it in. One or two West Ham players getting frustrated here. I think West Ham have made a change as well. I think Petric has come onto the field. Who certainly isn't 100% fit, Petric. He's come on to replace Maiga, who I think it's safe to say has put in a fair stint for West Ham up front on his own. And so many headers when really he didn't want to have the right to do so. Lukaku on, Collins away, Barry and Diame together, it falls for McCarthy. It's Barkley. McCarthy across the field. It's Brian Oviedo now for Everton. Morales over on the left-hand side. Trickery from Morales, can't get him around. Oviedo can't win the ball. Off Ravel Morrison, the goal scorer for West Ham. And all of a sudden, it's Everton that are doing all of the pressing. And West Ham now have to find the answer. Everton throw, to the annoyance of the West Ham supporters and to the annoyance of Mark Noble. And it's almost a completely different second half. Two early changes and the enforced substitution of Leon Osman have really given Everton another dimension. Big word as well for McCarthy, who's looked very, very good since his introduction. Long ball looking for the run of Lukaku. Morales also after this. Winston Reid away for West Ham. He's had a very good game as Winston Reid. Doesn't take an awful lot of headlines. He's gone about his job very well today. Can Morales get the cross in? Lukaku! Well, I'm not quite sure he was in control of that shot. I think Reid initially got the first touch on the ball. And I think Lukaku, the only thing he could do was be in the right place to make sure the ball rebounded off him. Jagielka first to the ball for Everton. Morales looking to turn, and he might be away here. Morales away from two, look for Lukaku. Handball against Winston Reid, who will be given a booking here. It's actually Mark Noble that's going into the book. I think that may have been for the challenge here against Morales for the pullback. Either way, Noble is the third West Ham player in the referee's notebook alongside Collins and Morrison. And once again, Everton have a free kick here. Baines with the in-swinger, headed away by Collins at the expense of a corner. I think it may have actually gone for a throw-in any case. Over comes Leighton Baines to take it. Barkley beaten to the ball, but it falls for Barry. Oviedo playing a very advanced role, Oviedo, since he's come on. Baines looking for the corner, hasn't won it. Well, here is this absolutely glorious free kick. You will not see much better than that in the Premier League this season in terms of free kicks. That is absolutely sensational. Blue boots, blue touch paper, well and truly lit for Everton. Can they go on and win the game from here, Everton? Not if West Ham have anything to say about it. It's Jarvis, looks to whip it in with his wrong foot. It's going to be a corner for West Ham. Petric making a nuisance of himself. Baines looking for a free kick for the interference of Petric on the far post. West Ham have barely been in this second half, but they have a set piece here to maybe put Everton under pressure. The delivery is a good one, and really Diame, having won the header, should have hit the target. Completely free on the penalty spot as well. There was two players around him, but he's got a free jump on goal. Don't know whether it was Lukaku or Jagielka that was marking him, but either way, Diame probably should have done better with that. Again, Winston Reid wins the header. Oviedo to Lukaku, on for Barkley. Barkley looking for the run of Morales. Jagielka with great control and out to Baines, who's got so much room. In for Morales in the penalty area. Baines again, deflected, and very nearly an own goal, which UC Jääskeläinen had to be on his toes to save. I think it's Joey O'Brien that deflects the ball into the path of his own goal, and had Jääskeläinen not gone to his right, Everton may have been in front here. Again, not many Everton shirts in the box, but Baines delivers it anyway. It's only towards Gareth Barry, who keeps it in. Baines again, from having taken the corner in the penalty area. Distan lofts it in, headed away by Reid. Barkley wants it on his left foot, can't get it on his left foot, and hammers it high into the Trevor Brooking stand. You could always see what he wanted to do. He wanted it on his left foot, but wanted far too much time in doing so. So Matt Jarvis is going to be substituted for West Ham. It's Ricardo Vaz-Tay that's going to make his way onto the field. Well, that met with one or two jeers from West Ham supporters. By the way, Jarvis replaced by Ricardo Vazte with 18 minutes left here at Upton Park. Is there a winner in it for either one of these two sides? West Ham had the better of the first half, leading 1-0. Everton clearly the best team in the second half, as they have levelled through a stunning Leighton Baines free kick. McCarthy. Barry to Barkley. Lukaku. Barkley, poor ball. Collins picks it off. Distant to Oviedo with room. Lukaku making the run, but again the pass is poor. Oviedo might be onto this though. West Ham struggling to clear their lines. Morales looks to win the header. Lovely play by Morrison, but Everton have got the ball back. Jagielka forward to Barkley. It's Barry with a bullet pass into Lukaku. Keeps the ball, Lukaku. Well, they're on the edge of the penalty area here, Everton. Morales into Barkley, into Lukaku, but they've conceded possession of Everton, and Nolan will come away for West Ham. Looks for the incisive pass and a run from one of his forwards. But quite simply didn't get it. Oh, and Jagielka may have conceded to Petric here. Petric may look to shoot here. It's an error from Jagielka that may let West Ham in. Morrison goes down, no free kick given. And to be fair, I thought Morrison looked to win that as well. Morales looking for some skill to get him away from Razvan Rat. Jaskalainen away for West Ham. Noble. Looking for Diame as Baines comes back, gets it back to his goalkeeper. And it will be Sylvain Distin to bring the ball out of his own half for Everton. Well, can't find Lukaku as Morales tried a piece of skill to get him away, and Petric might be in here. Great defending by Jagielka, but Petric does brilliantly. Nearly falls over in the process, looks to get it back to Nolan. Surely a penalty it is. McCarthy's challenge. There's absolutely no doubt about it. McCarthy was late. Howard complains, but there really isn't anything he can complain about. It's a late challenge, it's as simple as that. He got the better of McCarthy, did Kevin Nolan. And you can't make challenges like that in the penalty area. Nolan going down, penalty West Ham. And Everton's unbeaten record is about to go on the line here. Mark Noble, the regular West Ham penalty taker, to bring West Ham to within minutes of a win at Upton Park. He scores, West Ham lead again. And it's Mark Noble who gives them the lead. And with time ticking down, maybe Everton's unbeaten start to the season is about to come to an end at Upton Park. They don't like playing Everton normally, but they may just like playing them this afternoon if this scoreline stays the same. Howard went the other way. Noble buries his chance. West Ham back in front. Well, once again, West Ham in this second half have created very little, but they've been given the chance to take the lead back, and they have done just that. What is Everton's response to that? They were looking the team more likely to take the win away from Upton Park. Not bad for a man that isn't fully fit, as Vazte Gives it Morrison with a nice turn. Morrison heading towards goal. Diame might line one up here. Diame! Well, it's a speculator from the big Frenchman. Howard saw it all the way, never threatening the goal. But he does well to create the space for himself. But the shot, I'm afraid, is wayward. Ross Barkley for Everton, looking for Lukaku. Winston Reid making the challenge. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Diame, who was offside. And Diame, not for the first time this afternoon, winning the ball with those long legs of his. He's had a decent game as Diame. Got to give a big pat on the back to Molden Petridge, as it was his perseverance that kept West Ham the ball in the penalty area. And it's that led to the penalty, in which has seen West Ham go back in front. Everton with time running out here. Have they got any type of response at all? Lukaku, he's done okay since he's come on, and he needs to perform in the last 10 minutes. There's a big hit by him, but it's always going over. Another one that goes high, wide and handsome, with Kevin Nolan now going off for West Ham. And coming on will be Matt Taylor, the former Portsmouth player. Well, it's his fast feet that won the penalty, which Mark Noble dispatched with aplomb. And Matt Taylor will come on to just shore things up for West Ham, with just less than 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Baines' intervention stops West Ham getting up the field. Morales looking to turn as Razvan Rat can't quite get West Ham as far upfield as he'd hoped for. Lukaku again, Reid in with the challenge. What a match Winston Reid's had. Massively impressive today, Winston Reid. New Zealand international. Not many of those floating about in the Premier League, but Winston Reid doing his home country and his club proud. Can Everton do anything to stop Roberto Martinez suffering his first defeat as Everton manager? Barkley brought down from behind, free kick against Noble, and he may be off here. He is off. It's a second yellow card for Mark Noble. We saw sendings off in the game here at Upton Park last season, and we've seen one here this afternoon. Mark Noble, having just received the captain's armband from Kevin Nolan, is now sent off after 2 bookable offences. He screamed blue murder at the referee that he won the ball. There's absolutely no chance of that at all. And Mark Noble will have to spend the last 10 minutes of the match in the dressing room. Well, once again, it's a free kick in dangerous territory. And I wonder if Leighton Baines will once again fancy his chances here. Kevin Morales may want his turn at the free kick as well. Either way, Everton need one of these players to hit the net with time running out. I think UCS Skalainen may have a better idea of what's coming here. It's Baines again, he scored again! Two sensational free kicks from Leighton Baines has dragged Everton level for the second time here. UCS Skalainen may have had an idea what was coming, but he was powerless to stop it once again. Absolutely brilliant from Baines, in off the post, with Jääskeläinen stood stationary, watching a stunning free kick for the second time. Well, it's not often that you can see a Premier League left-back scoring 2 goals in a game. Leighton Baines has done exactly that. And maybe Martinez's unbeaten record may just stay intact here. West Ham down to 10 men. Everton have got 8 minutes to win it. What a seesaw match this has been. Can Everton get away here? There's a foul by Vaz Tate on Brian Oviedo. Well, whether that will just cripple West Ham's midfield with the absence of Noble and also Kevin Nolan, who's gone off. Going to be a lot to ask of Diame and Morrison to fill those gaps. I'm sure Taylor will slot in there to try and shore it up as Lukaku comes forward. Ball in for Morales. Keeps control, Morales gets the cross in here. Lukaku! On debut, Romelu Lukaku may have just won it for Everton. He put his head in where it hurts the most, and his reward is a goal on his Everton debut. West Ham United are stunned, Everton fans are jubilant. It was Lukaku that started the move. Credit Morales for some brilliant wing play. A super cross that invited Lukaku to head home, and he duly obliged. Absolutely great cross from Kevin Morales, really dug it out. And Lukaku, Johnny on the spot, to nod it past UCS Skalainen. And Everton, having looked down and out after the Mark Noble penalty, look as though they may be on their way to winning a second game in a row. Well, he scored his first Everton goal, but whether or not he will be able to remember it is another question entirely. I think the medical team have just about been able to wake Romelu Lukaku up from his enforced slumber. But with 5 minutes left, I don't think he will mind a jot. Video replays will show him his first goal in Everton colours. He really is struggling. I think that's Razvan Rat that's receiving treatment for West Ham. He was the man that tried to stop the Lukaku header. Well, both of these sides defensively were sensational before today. I think defences have very much gone out of the window with this one. But if the scoreline stays the same here, I'm sure Roberto Martinez will not mind a jot. Looking at Romelu Lukaku, I'm not so sure that he will be allowed to continue. I'm pretty sure he suffered a concussion here. So in theory, both sides are now down to 10 men, and maybe West Ham down to 9 with Ras van Raat having departed the scene with that head injury. It may even be Winston Reid that's gone off to be treated for that head knock. Well, West Ham at 2-1 up could probably count themselves lucky to be in that situation, having pretty much only created those 2 chances. One of them given to them by the penalty conceded by James McCarthy. Can they get themselves level here? The cross comes in, the header is wayward by Vaz Tê. He's asking an awful lot to score from that position, Vaz Tê, the former Bolton player. He scored the winning goal in the playoff final that ultimately gave West Ham promotion back to the Premier League. It's been a bit of a different story in the Premier League, and amazingly Lukaku is back out on the pitch. I'm pretty sure Mickey Mouse will be rolling through his mind at the moment. But the header he's produced to probably win Everton the match is anything but Mickey Mouse. It's stuff that fairy tales are made of for sure. Immediately endearing himself to the Everton faithful, and I'm pretty sure he's out there just to maybe get his instincts through the remaining few minutes of this match. I'm sure there will be plenty of added time because of that delay. Could be as many as 5 or 6 minutes, I'm sure. But Everton, 1-0 down and 2-1 down, have shown the quality to get them back in the match, and have shown the bravery that looks as though it's going to win them it. Barkley for Everton. Lukaku on the move again. Just wonder how much of the game he's actually aware of at the minute. Looks as though he's probably running on instinct. He's going to get the ball here as well. Beautiful control. Looks for the run of Morales, but the ball beats everyone. Massive pat on the back as well, has to go to Kevin Morales. I mentioned during the Chelsea match how some foreign players tend to lack a work ethic when they come into this country. Not Kevin Morales. He has worked his backside off, and there's every chance he might have a scoring opportunity here. Oviedo's onto this. Morales in the box, who I think is offside. The linesman doesn't put his flag up. 7 minutes injury time to be played, not surprisingly, with that Lukaku injury. But Everton have got something to hold on to here. Can West Ham drag themselves level, or are they once again going to succumb to the boys in blue? Barry with a risky pass. Morrison with back to goal as well. He's shown some lovely touches in this game, Morrison. The header is kept in by West Ham. Taylor, can he produce something here? Taylor, Everton again defending very well, and Lukaku, can he get past Collins? Yes, he can. Lukaku maybe for a second. Romelu Lukaku. Well, I just wonder, had he not taken that knock to the head, whether or not he would have shown a bit more killer instinct in that position. McCarthy with a nice touch. Barry on to Coleman. What a finish to this match. The last 15 minutes to this game have been at such an incredible pace. Are Everton going to reap the rewards here? Sylvain Distin having a march forward. Ball in to Oviedo. He's onside, is Brian Oviedo. Baines had Barkley available, uses McCarthy instead. Sylvain Distin. Nice turn by Oviedo, who's conducted himself very well in that midfield role for Everton today. He's played further forward than we've seen him in previous matches when he's played at left back. Here he is on the run again. Neskalainen getting the ball to Joey O'Brien. And Baines gets it back for Everton. Barkley's header. Baines can't beat Vazte. Great challenge. West Ham have got the throw. Well, ultimately, it's his two sensational free kicks that dragged Everton level and gave Lukaku the chance to win it. McCarthy can't keep the ball for Everton, although I think there's every chance Everton may have just won the throw here. Well, Winston Reid on your screen, I think, has been given the man of the match from the home sponsors. Not surprising either, he's had an excellent match. Nothing at all he could do about the 3 goals that have gone in today. 2, of course, from sensational set pieces. But as it stands, he looks as though he's on the losing end of things. West Ham, I think, have got less than 5 minutes to turn this around as Morrison heads out to a wide position. The cross, can't find Petric. Howard collects. Everton breathe a little easier. Barkley for Everton is going to turn and have a run here. Oviedo offside. Just getting a bit excited there, Ross Barkley, with the amount of space that opened up in front of him. Jagielka clears for Everton. Only as far as Razvan Rat, but there's going to be a free kick given to Everton for Winston Reid's late challenge on Jagielka. Well, what must he be thinking? Massive injury list. And with a 2-1 lead that looked in the bag, he now has to contend with a home defeat. As Howard launches it up looking for Lukaku. Diame for West Ham. Rat away. Morrison looks to turn, will win the free kick surely. No, says the referee. And Morales has Lukaku in the middle. Can he square? Yes, but it's great West Ham defending. Fair play to Diame for getting himself back in a position to stop Lukaku from adding a second goal. Controversial from the referee. Not sure that Morrison was taken down. To be fair, the referee had a clear view of it. Seamus Coleman. Everton looking to score more goals here. Morales just looking to maybe take some time here and keep the ball. He's done excellently as well. McCarthy with a nice turn. Coleman. Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku. Can he add another one for Everton? No, not quite. I think it's taken a deflection on the way, has it? Everton certainly feel it has. And they will get the corner here And again, I think they will just take their time and run the clock down. It takes an early one to Lukaku. It's Vazte intervening. Morales with the footwork. That's the full-time whistle. Everton 2-1 down to West Ham with 14 minutes to go. You would think may just have been dead and buried. But thank the Lord for Leighton Baines. Two sensational free kicks that twice dragged Everton level. And 2 minutes after his second free kick, Romelu Lukaku marked his debut with a brave-headed goal that has ultimately given Everton the 3 points here at Upton Park.